it do not matter. Clip on the Ruger, look like a rule.
Okay, so I'm back, and before the video starts, it's greatly appreciated when you interact, so please like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so this video is basically about Rollie, right? So Rollie, she went live yelling, ranting, crying about how her friendship ended with Big Lex. Like, she really crying. I'm thinking, like, Rollie, are you really crying right now? Because I ain't think y'all was that close. It don't even give y'all was that close for real. So it's like, you really in your feelings about shit like this? So first of all, let's talk about how this shit started. So on the episode, right? As you know, Rollie, in the beginning, I'm pretty sure during filming, I don't know if it was said during the show, but I know in the beginning during filming, her arm was busted open, right? So clearly she couldn't fight. Honestly, I feel like she could have just set the season out, if you ask me, because it's like, this ain't really the place for you and your arm right now. Like, just saying. It also popped back open last reunion, right? Or am I mistaken? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was open in the beginning, right? She couldn't fight, and she had to wait for it to, like, close or heal some. Now, it's been weeks since the beginning. I guess it kind of healed some, and she feel like now she's able to fight. Now, I ain't gonna lie, when it came to pressure, like, when Rollie started coming for pressure, I was, like, very confused. I was like, okay, your arm healed, but you going for pressure? It's like, huh? What the fuck did pressure do to you? I forgot pressure wanted to make it an issue when she was like, I seen you out and about. What she say, CVS or something? And she was like, I was in the Benz, you was in the bucket, and you was acting like you don't know me. It was some shit like that. Thank y'all for reminding me, because I did not remember that. Y'all told me pressure tried to actually fight Rollie in the beginning of the season. So now that Rollie's healed, she want that with pressure. But like the baddies, they like Rollie, why all of a sudden you want that with pressure? But you ain't fight her in the beginning. Y'all, her arm was fucked up. The shit was busted open. What did y'all want her to do? I'm just... Right, look, she feel like she's healed enough, right? But I will say, I don't think she needed to jump pressure. Like, when Ivory and Pressure started fighting... Wait, was it Ivory and Pressure, or was it Ciroc and Pressure? Ciroc and Pressure, they were fighting. Rollie tried to get the pressure, but I don't think she was able to get to pressure. But after that, somehow, Rollie got pressure foot. And she was dragging pressure, right? But Ciroc, she tried to jump in that. But then TT came and jumped on Rollie. But after that, Egypt and Neek and them, they grabbed TT so fast off of Rollie, sunk her ass to the ground. Bro, you would have thought Rollie was Natalie the way they was acting like they was Rollie soldiers, the way they got TT off of that girl, bro. It was like, I didn't know y'all would be fighting for Rollie like this. It's like, right? And then on top of that, before TT even jumped in that fight, Rollie jumped in TT fight with Ivory. So it was kind of like a jump for a jump. Now, I do know when Rollie, kinda, because I think she did hit TT. But when Ivory and TT was fighting and Rollie jumped in, and Lex did stop it. She didn't hit Rollie, but she did stop it. And not gonna lie, bro, with pressure, she be getting jumped, right? But it be hard for me to, like, care, because, like, you really be sneaking people. Like, you really be sneaking these girls. Ain't gonna lie, the shit do be funny, because I don't be expecting it. I don't be expecting it. But it be, like, unfair shit. And then other people do unfair shit. So, if, like, everybody doing unfair shit, don't that make it fair? I think if anything, Pressure just need more friends so she won't be as outnumbered as she is. Like, it won't be 2 versus 6. But Lex and Rollie, right? So, after stuff kind of, well, I don't even know if it calmed down for real. But Pressure was in the corner talking to Lex and Brorilla. And I think she was, like, messing with them because, like, Brorilla won Lex. And she was, like, something about she fine. She was talking about Brorilla and Lex. But Rollie ain't like that Lex was laughing with Pressure after, like, they basically fought. I don't know if that was a fight, but Rollie felt like Lex was weird for laughing with Pressure after, like, they just fought. She was like, she basically felt like, you're my friend. What the fuck are you over there laughing with Pressure for? Right, so Rollie get to calling her weird. Lex, she started talking back, defending herself because Rollie is, like, coming at her for it.
She fine. This bitch you fucking weirdo. You fucking weirdo. I don't give a fuck, you a weirdo, bitch. All I see is them getting jumped. That's it. Dick sucking ass bitch. Who's dick sucking? That's it.
Later in the season, they do fight because Rollie tried to jump TT, and TT is Lex's friend. Like, that's her friend. Pressure ain't really her friend, but TT is. But Rollie feel like Lex laughing at whatever Pressure just said was like a betrayal. Okay, and that's what this live is about. Right, so first, Rollie, she's like, she don't really care in this episode. She don't really care that Lex was stopping TT from getting jumped. She don't really give a fuck about that. She said that her real problem was her laughing with Pressure in the corner. So Rollie, she feel like it was a betrayal because, like, I guess she feel like her and Lex's friendship is pretty deep, right? Because apparently they went through some shit in Africa. I ain't gonna lie, I did not know y'all had, like, this deep friendship. Rollie is saying she's been friends with Lex for a long time. She said she had Lex and Summer back in Africa, right? She was like, she put herself in harm's way for Lex. Now, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean you put yourself in harm's way for Lex? What happened where you had to put yourself in harm's way for Lex? Clearly, she, like, the way she's talking some shit behind the scenes, because she was like, she probably could never talk about what really happened. What happened? So whatever Rollie's talking about, pretty sure it stems from the security guard situation, right? And Rollie was like, I had both of y'all back, and you know what happened to me for having y'all back. What happened? Because I was watching Summer Lives yesterday. Rollie, ain't gonna lie, it seemed like they wasn't really feeling you in Africa. So like, what? I'm so confused. On top of that, this whole time, like when I kept hearing the story of Summer and the security guard, I have never heard Rollie name. I've always only heard Lex and Summer, and that's it. No, they was like, no other baddies was there. It was only Lex that witnessed it. So it's like, it had to be something that happened after. And Rollie is saying she put herself in harm's way. She was like, she had to stick up for Lex because she felt like Lex was in the right and they were fucking with Lex. Who was fucking with Lex? Who? Then apparently all of a sudden Rollie had like this realization that like Summer was right last season with the whole Tasiki and Lex and Krishan shit. I'm thinking like, Rollie, were you not on Lex and Dolly's side when it came to that? What you mean now you see? How now you see? Come on, listen, Lex and Summer did this shit as well. When they broke up, now it's, oh, now I see you weird and you always do it. Neither one of y'all had this complaint when y'all were friends. All of a sudden now y'all not friends. It's, oh, now I see, and I was blinded by friendship. Y'all, girl, don't change now that she did something you don't like, because you did not have a problem with it before, right? You was literally on their side. Now it's a problem. She sound like Lex and Summer. But now that they weren't friends, they seeing shit differently. Girl, bye. She was like, Lex ain't do shit when Krishan and Tasiki was on Summer ass. I don't even remember Krishan on Summer ass. I don't remember that. I remember Tasiki on her head. I don't remember Krishan. But after that, you wasn't on Summer's side then. Why is it different now? Because you was telling Summer she need to be more mature. She need to be like Lex. It's like, come on, what flipped? She was like, Lex ain't never jumped in a fight for me or ever spoke up for me. Why would Lex have to jump in a fight for you? Why would she have to? When have you ever got jumped? She jumped in that. She didn't even jump. Well, no, she did because she hit Neek. But she jumped in it because TT was getting jumped. Rollie, you don't get jumped. She was like, she only met TT a year ago. So, like, why are you basically taking up for TT? You only met her a year ago, and I've known you for a long time now. And we've been through some real shit. Now, apparently, the stuff that they went through, Rollie says she can't speak on it. So, how are we going to know what it is for real? Like, how do we know? Also, how do we know the extent of Lex and TT friendship? What if they talk every day? You know what I mean? What if they actually is close and you just don't know about it? Bro, this girl started crying. Rollie, you're crying? She was like, if we knew the stuff that happened, and I'm guessing like how she put herself in harm's way for Lex, allegedly, we would look at this episode totally different. Like, Rollie, come on, drop a hint or something, because it's like, goddamn, what happened? What happened? She said she watched her friend turn on her in real time, in front of her face. Rollie, Pressure said some type of joke about Barilla and Lex laughed at it. It's like, come on. She said it's always gonna be fuck Lex. Like, Rollie is like, I don't know what happened between them two, but Lex laughing at whatever Pressure said really made Rollie open up her eyes, okay? She feels so betrayed and distraught. She's crying. She will never forgive Lex. It's like child. Also, she said Dolly is the only one from the big three that haven't turned on her. But I ain't gonna lie, Rollie, as much as I do feel like Summer is trying to push this fight between Dolly and Rollie, I really don't know if you're gonna like that clip, because she was kind of egging Lex on to like whoop your ass, I ain't gonna lie. Unless Dolly voices edited over the fight, because I do know Lex did, Lex did fight Fauna that night as well. She could have said that's a fun. We've seen Zeus put audio on top of a different clip that did, you know what I mean? So when the episode come out, we really will see if Dolly was egging Lex on to whoop Rollie ass. Child, Rollie is heartbroken. Once again, I did not know y'all had that type of relationship for you to be heartbroken because she left him with Pressure. Okay, so do y'all feel like Lex is in the wrong for that? She laughed at whatever Pressure said about Barilla and Lex right after Pressure and Rollie got into their fight. Do y'all feel like Lex is wrong for that, yes or no? That they weren't laughing at you. It actually had nothing to do with you. I didn't think it was that deep for real. But like, hey, what do y'all think? Also, do y'all think Rollie's telling the truth about whatever wild shit had to happen where she had to put herself in harm's way for Lex in Summer? Like, do you think it was some crazy shit that went on? Yes or no? Honestly, if they would have left it at that, they probably could have came back from it, honestly. But then, in the finale, they spit in and they actually fought. So I don't know if they gonna come back from that. Well, it's gonna take a minute, honestly, but I don't know. But here goes Rollie live. Here we go.
Lex, you sit here and talk about some, they came in, they outnumbered, that's your friend. I've been knowing you way longer than this. The shit that happened in Africa that nobody speaks on, I had your back, Summer back, everybody back. And you know exactly what happened to me for having y'all back. So be damned if my friend, a bitch that I consider my friend that got my motherfucking phone number that I've been cool with, ain't never had a problem with Lex, took her motherfucking side. Because I felt like she was right, she was being fucked with. For a bitch to sit there and turn around and do that shit to me was crazy, bro. I'm looking and I'm over here like, why is she over there laughing with pressure? I would get, okay, you know TT, but you over there laughing with pressure. You don't know pressure from a can of paint, bro. That's why I was mad. I wasn't mad that she was over there helping TT because I could give a fuck about her. But when I seen her over there giggling with pressure, that shit it made me feel so stupid. Now I got people on the internet. Yeah, Rollie, you said she was so mature. Now I feel dumb as fuck, bro. Because I swear to God, as a friend and two of my friends is fighting, I'm not going to allow them to fight. I'm not going to take one or the other side. I'm not doing that shit. Especially if I got history with the other one more than the other one. I never expected for her to do no shit like that, bro. So the shit in that sense hurt my feelings. And when my feelings are hurt, I'm going to start yelling. I'm going to start yelling. Because why would you be over there laughing with her? After she said that shit about me on the internet, you ain't checked none of them. But I'm supposed to be your fucking friend too. Right? And far from 40. Far from it. Just like, oh, that's my friend. Damn. Now I see. Because Summer was your fucking friend too. But last season, when Krishana Tasiki was on her ass, you ain't do none of that shit, bro. You was letting people in this girl face screaming and hollering and everything, but this bitch, you barely even know. That's what I said. That's why I got mad, because what the fuck is going on? I was feeling like, okay, maybe she don't have a storyline anymore. Maybe it's like a thing for her to, because she ain't fighting Fauna, she ain't fighting nobody else. So maybe this is like, okay, now I'm going to come over here. Because I still don't understand. I still don't understand the reason. I still don't understand the reason. You saying this girl is your friend. That's why you did that. But I ain't never, ever had this jump in not one fight for me. I ain't never heard Lex take up for me not one motherfucking time. And if y'all can find the video, post that shit. But as soon as it comes to another that you barely even know, that you just met probably this year, maybe a little bit last year, girl, please, I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, she came to her birthday party. That's great. We all come to bitches' birthday parties. We all come through that. But when I tell you I went through shit with this bitch, and for the fact that she sat there and did that shit to me, I went through real shit with this bitch. To where I put myself in harm's way for this bitch. And it got me up so bad that I'm really fucking start crying, because I went through real shit with Lex and Summer. For her to sit there and do that shit to me, and I'll never speak on it because I can't. But I'm telling y'all, that shit really hurt me down to my core when I seen her over there laughing with a op bitch that she don't even fucking know, bro. And I would never put myself in harm's way for none of these bitches again. Ever in my life. That's why I always took up for Lex, because the shit we had to go through together. Bro, fuck you. And it's always going to be fuck you to now. Bitch. And you want to sit there and act like you such a good person? Bitch, don't ever play with me. Don't ever play with me. And I swear to God, y'all don't even understand. If y'all really knew, y'all wouldn't never be thinking off or going off this show. Because I put myself in harm's way for this bitch. I'm done. I'm done with that whole sister shit, that friend shit, and I'm so tired. This is why I've been quiet, because I'm tired of bringing this shit home with me. I'm tired of bringing this shit home with me, knowing the shit that I actually go through. I'm tired of it, bro. And for to turn on me like that. That hurt, bro. And I'm tired of it over for a showing the check. That's why I've been quiet. I ain't talking to nobody. I don't answer my phone. This whole summer, I stayed my ass in the house because I'm scared of just doing that shit to me again, bro. Y'all don't even understand. I promise y'all don't. But I'm gonna let it go how it go. I promise you. If just want to do shit for a check, bro, go ahead. I would never put myself in harm's way for these again. I promise you. Ever. Y'all don't understand. Watching my friend turn on me in my face over a she don't know after the shit that we done been through together. And it's always gonna be her. And I'm not crying because that shit made me sad. I'm crying because that shit, the shit that I always put myself through for people that y'all never see. And y'all probably will never see. I bring myself home with so much hurt from these. I'm tired. And the only one that I really respect out of that whole little 3 group is Dolly, because Dolly never turned on me. She always understood. She always understood. That's why she ain't never turned on me. But it's cool. See. And y'all ain't never seen me like this over nobody. Not one female. I promise y'all, I ain't never got on live and never did this. Not even for Scotty. And I love Scotty dearly. But y'all have never seen me get on a live. Or even my boss would tell me like, Rollie, like I've never seen you cry. Like this shit is weird. But that shit right there hurt my feelings. Because she already know the shit that we had to go through together. I was your friend from every goddamn season. Anytime I saw you, I was your friend. I would never turn on you like that. But you know what? It is what it is because you gotta survive. I've been there, done that. Been there, done that. I'm cool.
So, y'all, that's it for this video, okay? So, if you found it interesting, and I hope you did at least a little bit, please like, comment, subscribe, share, turn your post notifications on. Thank you.